Hello everybody. Who is our Stars About Stars celebrity guest today? It's a fantastic woman, international musician, opera singer and first female producer who signed a great contract with Hollywood City. Siuzanna Iglidan. Thank you so much, Siuzanna, that you're here with us.
Thank you, Irina, for inviting me. It's my pleasure.
I do appreciate. I know that you're so busy, and I'm so happy that finally you're back in LA.
I'm glad to be here again, as always.
Great. Siuzanna, today we have a very special spiritual talk, you know that, and all my questioning is based on your individual date of birth.
I'm very curious to discover more about myself.
I really hope that this heart-to-heart conversation is going to be interesting, first of all, for you.
I hope so.
So let's go for our astrological investigation. Let's see how big planets influence our personal life.
Okay.
So you were born January 9th, 1986. Is it correct?
Yes, it's true.
Amazing. Your date of birth contains energy of wise man, wise woman. Which was your most wise life-changing decision?
It happened in 2014 when I decided to come to live in LA.
Oh, wow.
I will never regret for this decision. I think it was the most brave and the most unexpected decision in my life.
You didn't expect it from yourself that you're gonna do it?
No. I would probably never do again something like this. But I think that was the best decision in my life I made.
So your month of birth hides the energy of magician that can transform and guide people, of course for better. Have you ever been a leader to many people? And give me an example, please.
I think I'm always a leader. I didn't know about my inner power, but everything I do, I become a leader, people following me.
Naturally?
Yeah, naturally, yeah. I was asking myself and questioning myself, you know, like, why I cannot be just like other people? It's so easy to follow someone. No, I like to take it a hard task because to be a leader is a hard.
So, and your year of birth hides the energy of priestess. That means that you take care a lot about people. Maybe you're doing charity as well. Tell us please about this side.
I think it's not just my personal decision. I grew up in a family. My family helps a lot of people. I grew up doing a lot of concerts for people in the prisons, in orphanages back in Ukraine. So I was 15 that time, so pretty early, you know, for early age. I started doing this volunteer job for people who were looking for some classical music, you know, some music they couldn't have access to listen. Here in the United States, I did a lot of collaboration with Russian-speaking communities and some churches. So we did a lot of special benefit concerts, and I was one of the performers there, volunteering my time beside opera concerts. We were raising money for orphanages in Ukraine and support kids. And when I saw pictures and videos back from Ukraine, my home country, I was very happy that at least something I can do to get more people to come and donate money and do this event to support someone's life, you know.
Oh my God, it's first time in my life I hear about such a challenging thing, like contribution to go into prison and really touch heart of everybody. I think that's what music does to us. Your Mercury, that is planet of communication, and your Neptune, that is planet of big spiritual love, exactly give you fantastic intuition and bright imagination and power of dreams. Tell me please, what little small Siuzanna was dreaming about?
Yeah, I always had a lot of dreams in my life. I keep dreaming. I know, as more older you become, as more mature probably, yeah, let's say it mature. As more mature you become, less we have no much time to dream, but I still keep dreaming. When I was a little girl, my dream was to be a model.
Oh wow, but you did it,
It was my first like real dream to be a model. And at age of 12, I started thinking about being a musician. So I didn't have yet a clear, exact, like dream to be an opera singer or to play a piano or compose music or play my harp. But I saw myself being on the big stage. I was already 19 years old, and my first lessons, opera lessons, I started taking from Odessa State Opera House, hiding away from everyone in a ballet class underground, And one day my teacher took me because there were some painting works, in the summertime. So he took me through the stage to go down to the underground. And he started talking to some, colleagues, and I stopped on the middle of the stage. There was a strange feeling I got.
It's my place.
I want to be here on the big stage, like all these beautiful levels of the audience,
Thank you so much. You have a very powerful Mercury that is joining Neptune. What does it mean? It's a planet of spiritual love. That gives a lot of bright imagination and some kind of very special intuition and power of dreams. Tell me please, your life-changing decision to move to America, it was intuitive, it was spontaneous as you told me, or it was some kind of dream that you decided, I do it now?
No, I will be honest with you. I have never dreamed to live in the United States. Since I was studying in Rome, Italy, I had my teacher who was the director of Rome National Opera House. That was my second teacher.
Wow.
So from Odessa State Opera House, I moved to Rome National Opera House.
Not bad change,
Not bad, yeah, not bad at all. I think I had a great, mother places, opera house, for developing opera career. So I had a dream to live somewhere in Europe. I was not sure yet, Italy or Austria, but I learned Italian, that time. America was, for me, always, I don't know, maybe it's not nice to say, but I never had a dream. I'd never seen myself living in the United States.
So American dream, it wasn't for you?
No,
it was
not
somewhere
for me.
else?
Not for me, yeah. I was a European girl, So it was a spontaneous decision. My friend called me and said, hey, you teach. I was teaching at the university and I was writing my dissertation, my PhD. Yeah. So she said, maybe you will come visit me while you're still kind of, like working. It will be nice time to visit. Maybe you learn English a little bit, and then come back and publish something in English. Why not? It's a great idea. So, and I said myself, if I will get visa to come visit United States, of course I will do.
So we continue. Moon joining Neptune that gives strong emotional reactions and sensitivity. Tell me please, what is your most powerful feature? With what you go? What is your message to people? What you bring to this world?
I think my message is to bring the beauty of art, joy of classical music, high level of culture, education, and high levels of standard of moral standards. Yeah.
And what is your biggest disappointment when you feel something like sorrow or upset for?
I'm a very sensitive person because I open my soul to people. It's my talent, something I have here. It doesn't belong to me. I receive it from there, from God. It comes to me and I bring it through my understanding, through my experience, to audience.
Your Venus in Capricorn, that gives you, very special gift for love. If you choose somebody or something, you're there 100%.
That's 100% true about me.
But from the other side, Venus in Capricorn can be a little bit cold, like people think it, like, some kind of barrier. But the person can open up, and when this opening happens, wow, this is something special. Tell me, what is the most valuable and thing in relationship, any kind of relationship, and what do you appreciate in your love partner? What is your image of man?
The perfect image of man for me is an honest, sincere person who understands my life path, who can be opening his heart to me, to love me. I need I need a person who loves me.
Actually, I understand you 100%. Your Venice is doing sextile that is quite positive access to powerful Pluto, intensive emotional life, love changes, original creative power, and of course talent for art and music. I know that you have an organization for music arts, Global Music Arts, as I remember the name. Please tell us more about this organization and how did you get there?
I think a lot of people, like talented and artistic people, will say that to produce art and to manage art is very hard to combine together. It is true, but I think, the most beautiful things what happened to me in my life came just from universe. It was interesting. I never thought like having a company. I had a company back in Ukraine. I was already make my steps to be a producer as I worked with the Ukrainian government and produced some competitions and concerts. But living in the United States, I was busy working on my personal career. And then one day I met one gentleman who heard me at one concert. He called me and said, "Listen, I have an idea. Have you ever thought about establishing your own company?" I said, no, I have no time. So busy learning, roles. It's a lot of work. I have no time. And a few days after, I met another gentleman who offered me a business project to start together a company. I met another person. This happened in 1 week. Everyone was talking about establishing my own company, And I was like, it cannot be just happening. It's happening for a reason. And then I met with city of Hollywood representatives, and they offered me to sign a contract as a producer with them. But of course I had to have my own company.
Yeah.
So things happen unexpectedly, not planned, never thought about. Yeah, but it's really worthy to have it.
That's great. Your Venice in Capricorn gives you as well very challenging, maybe a little bit even strict or disciplined childhood. Tell me please, what was your internal kid? And did you have any distance with your parents? Maybe they were just very busy. What is their occupation? Because you told us from the beginning about your parents.
My mom and my dad, they were living in different countries. I'm proud for my background.
There's this distance, that is this gap.
Yeah.
Wow, astrology works.
My mother, she dedicated all her life to raise me. She gave me the best childhood. I'm grateful to her for everything she did for me, and ballet and gymnastic and music. A lot of activities. I can say that my childhood was very, very busy. But she taught me the most important thing, what helps me now to accomplish many things in my life, discipline. To discipline myself, it's very important, As more things you do, discipline is number one. My father, unfortunately, there's again politics. He was born and he spent all his life in Libya. So I have kind of like a Slavic and Arabic
powerful
roots.
mix, compliment.
Cold and hot blood, I call it. Cold and hot. Everything I do has to be perfect. And sometimes I am, kind of relaxed because of Slavic, Slavic roots. So he served for the country in Libya. He was in military, Air Force.
That's a strict aspect.
He is wonderful. I met him, thanks God. I could meet him a few times in my life, but he is a highly educated person. He knew 10 languages. He was kind-hearted person.
Thank you so much. From 9 to 12, quite intense periods in your life. Very busy childhood, I can see, with lots of optimism and artistic talents that came out. What happened by that time, and did your talent of musician already started to come out?
Yeah, this was exactly time from 9 to 12, the time when I could feel myself that, some seeds were planted at 4 years old, start growing. At 10 years old, I started composing my first beautiful music.
Oh my God.
At 10. I just recorded a few months ago my early time compositions.
Now you work with materials from your childhood.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
you will never see the difference, how good music, quality music, I would say. I was a kid of 10 years old and now a little bit older.
God is speaking through kids, so you know, that's why.
That was the first would say fruits, the first fruits, talented fruits. At years of 12, besides playing piano, I chose to play Ukrainian harp, which is bandura. It's a traditional Ukrainian folk instrument and a symbol of Ukraine. And that opened me doors to visit all Europe.
But bandura, it's classic Ukrainian instrument. Tell me, please, how people all over the world react on this instrument.
It's unique. You cannot compare the sound to any other instrument. It has kind of mix of few instruments, maybe guitar, maybe piano, maybe clavichord, harpsichord. So people, my first experience in the United States, in Los Angeles when I moved, since I couldn't find a job, you know, it takes time.
Yes.
And a new place, a new time, new connections to find a job. So what I did, I was taking my bandura, wearing my Ukrainian costume and going to Hollywood Boulevard on the Walk of Fame.
Wow.
I was playing and singing to people. I don't know, I think they have a lot of pictures at home, me.
Can I ask you about your dresses? You always have some very special and unique outfit. Do you have some passion for it?
My family, kind of very aristocratic family, who were teaching me to wear, you know, like high heels and be very classy and elegant lady. So I grew up learning to like wearing dresses, you know.
I can see it. I don't know if you see it with the camera in our studio, but you have fantastic high heels. Okay, by the age of 22 and 23, Sun joining your Mercury, planet of communication that gives you new ideas and new contracts. Tell us, please, what happened by that age?
Yeah, I was already graduating music academy. Yeah, I won like more than 35 competitions in my life.
That's I see. Papers. Mercury, it's all about trade, purpose and communication.
Yeah. A lot of traveling, a lot of performing, yeah.
So, it relates.
It relates. But I think the most important event happened to me when I was 24.
We're gonna go for that. We're gonna go.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but tell me please, okay, actually that's what I wanted to ask. What is your most contract, agreement, or maybe meeting that you will remember all your life?
I can say at the age of 24, I was awarded with special award from government, Ukrainian government, unexpected. I was invited to this event, and the mayor of the Odessa city gave me a medal, special medal and ID for special honor worker of Ukrainian culture. I was only 24. I was the youngest Ukrainian girl who got such an honorable name.
But you're always number one. In Hollywood, you are number one producer who is a woman, who is from Ukraine, you know. Siuzanna, one more question about Powerful 24. I can see aspect of women who influence your life. I don't know in a positive or negative way, but we all believe that everything what happens for better. Does it relate?
It does. Unfortunately, I cannot say it was very positive influence, but it was a strong influence. What I can say now, at my age, learning some life experiences, everything what happens in a good. We say this phrase many times, but it was good to discover some other skills which helped me today, like have good writing skills. I can write books, I can write topics, because 3 years learning writing dissertation, it was a great experience. So I'm grateful to all these women.
They don't even know how they motivated you in a good way. That's great. We move on. Age 25. Your desire to spread your activity. What was it by that age? What was your step?
By accident, there was a funny story. My friend from Crimea, which is not far away from Odessa and Crimea.
I know, I was born there.
Oh, nice. So, you know.
We are both Black Sea ladies.
So since I was already taking opera lessons, she called me and said, hey, there's a maestro from Italy coming for our audition. We are doing here in Crimea with the local Philharmonic, we're gonna do a Baroque opera. So why don't you try to audition? You know, I was not confident about, going in front of people and performing. I was still taking lessons underground in ballet class. And the thing, going from underground on the stage is a different feeling. You can understand how it's very different. So she called me and say, please come. I say, Irene, I don't think I can do this. I don't feel like I am ready to sing. So I was sitting and shaking. There was a lot of soloists, like from Philharmonic, from other opera houses, everyone wanna meet a director of Rome National Opera House. That's how I met my second teacher. And that was my time. Everyone sounds beautiful. I was like, okay, now me. I was afraid. And then I started singing. He stopped me somewhere in the middle of the song. He came, he was a very tall gentleman, very serious. He's very famous in Europe, very famous. He gave me a hug and asked me, how do you have a bel canto? It's Italian old opera school. Who is your teacher? So I had to tell him who was my teacher and how I was hiding, somewhere underground.
Big challenge. Age of 29, that already powerful Saturn starts its action. Your diplomacy communication is higher and some kind of participation in some big project. What was by that age?
I cannot say I just remember right now like a big event at 29. I remember I work hard auditioning here for opera career. Yeah, I was busy with auditioning, trying to make my name recognized here, and being invited to perform with other musicians. I think more events happened later a little bit.
32. Another powerful aspect of Mercury, that is communication, and Jupiter, what gives a lot of intellectual activity and maybe additional education and authority in your sphere of life. What happened by that age?
I established my Global Musical Bridges company.
Yeah!
And became a first Ukrainian female producer in Hollywood. That's true.
Until now?
Until now.
Yes. That is Ukraine. That is my motherland. I love it. 33. Lucky chance, optimistic aspect, and some special offer. Was it exactly by that age with Hollywood City?
Yeah, special offer. They offer me a signed contract and work as a producer for classical music. So, yeah.
But do you feel now just maybe a little bit American or not?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling more. Yeah, I'm feeling. Sometimes, I start talking and I start thinking the way like American, and some of my Russian-speaking friends are like, oh, you sound like American.
What did the United States teach you?
I think this unexpected decision to come and visit United States was the best experience. I was always being very independent. I never had any needs to guide me, to advise me. I always made my decision by myself. But coming to United States and moving to Los Angeles gave me a special feeling to know who exactly I am, what my destiny in life, to discover myself.
By the age of 35, tell me please, you have an aspect of change of place of living, but you're already in America. Is it true? Did you decide to change for another city?
No, I can say that Los Angeles is my favorite place to be. I came back to Colorado because of quarantine. The thing was, closed, and I had to look for a way to keep living, So I stayed there for a year. I'm still staying there, I'm still enjoying beautiful snow mountains. And the most interesting fact of visiting and living in Colorado, I composed my beautiful music there. So this year I dedicate to write my music, and finally soon is going to be my first book.
We have to do another interview with you in a couple of years. I think a lot of interesting aspects is going to happen and influence
So I
you.
kind of relocated. Yeah. Everyone think that I moved. No, I didn't move. I relocated for right now, for good. But things are coming back, so I'm going to be coming back and back to Los Angeles performing until the things will be back to normal life.
But what is your professional hobby? You give a lot of energy to people. You put it into music, creation music, learning, studying, non-stop. How do you recuperate?
How do I cooperate? As I said, I really spend a lot of time of doing everything. I try to learn and teach myself to time management and put the priorities.
And what is we discuss your place of power, but what is your habit of power? What helps you to recover, to come back to life?
To come back to life, yeah. You know, all this lots of work takes a lot of energy and sometimes sucks your inner power. I give myself time to relax. I give myself time to go to the nature, hiking in the mountains, swimming in the ocean.
Great, we continue. Now we are going for a third part, that are transits, astrological transits. Tell me please, by the year of 2012-13, sudden events could destroy plans or some kinds of unexpected challenges. I just don't love word difficulties, that is. What happened? And as well, making contracts and agreements as well.
At that time, I was writing dissertation and also performing, not as a performer. Yeah. I was also performing at many science conferences, representing my topics and scientists, because I published 11 topics in international scientists.
No way, I have to stand up and leave the studio just for books. No, I really have to follow you. 2014 and 15, some kind of romantic relationship or some kind of, yes, impulse that is important for you. Tell me please, what was your first love, even if you were 4 years old, super kid, and did American Dream give you power of love?
I think America gave me a different power of knowing myself and understanding other people. Talking about my personal feelings, my personal life, it's a different, I cannot say that. In 2014, yeah, I was in love. I was in love.
I love this science.
It's a big secret, nobody knows about it, but it was some big story.
Thank you for sharing with that, thank you. We don't go deeper, respect it, but thank you so much for sharing.
What's a special story? What's a secret?
I think with a special woman, everything that you touch is special. So we continue. Still 2016, another circumstances that change situation in personal life, but it relates to opening new doors. Tell me please, which door you opened again by that age?
I think in that year, 2016, I'm trying to remember what happens in all my life. Each year, you're asking me today.
I'm like Archivarius, you see?
Yeah.
Everything we put on shelves.
Yeah, exactly. I think 2016, I was here in Los Angeles, and it was a funny also story. I think maybe this relates to your question. I started performing in the Ukrainian community. We have a huge Ukrainian community here living in Los Angeles. And one of them called me and say, hey, we have emergency performance tomorrow. One of the producers from Beverly Hills is asking me if I know any opera singer who looks like a fashion model and also who has a Montserrat Caballé type of voice. You know, kind of hard to find that.
Very not easy combination, I could see. I've been to opera a few times, oh my god.
She called me and said, hey, can you do tomorrow? So you have to sing a few songs on Hebrew.
Wow!
You know, I don't really
Wow.
speak Hebrew like every day, maybe once in a while. I don't know this language at all.
With your blood combination you speak him? Oh my god, what you don't do in life?
No.
With all my respect to Jewish tradition.
I say, okay, Hebrew, what else? I say, and maybe some opera arias. So you're gonna perform in Beverly Hills. For me, you know, I was a new person here. Beverly Hills will sound like, wow. So they prepare me for this performance. I learn all the songs in one night on Hebrew. Okay, not a problem. And I met that producer who picked me up because I didn't drive that time yet. So we went to the venue. It was a beautiful hotel. It was a private event. Someone wants to hear opera singer on the middle of the day. And here I am. So I sang one song, I sang another song. They pay me more than they promised me. And on the way back, we started talking about, you know, life and what I am doing here in Los Angeles. And he had one proposal to me, say, what do you think if we're gonna sign a contract?
Because you do as well for the other people. That's how universe works for us. Okay, 2017-18. Your willpower grows, period of specific changes, busy with some financial already very important matters, and transformation again. Tell me please how it happened to you that you became, I mean like just with no emotions, just logically, how it happened that you became #1 first female producer in Hollywood City.
I don't know, I probably meant to be, you know.
That's true, that's from God, but I just mean like, now people who are watching us after COVID challenge, they're so upset, disappointed, and they really want to return, they're ready to return belief in themselves. What is your secret?
A secret? I think the secret is never give up. Never give up, even when you feel like you're broken and maybe you keep knocking at the door and the door is still shut. You know what I learned for this year? I always learned that people were saying, you know, keep knocking to the door and the door will be open. I was always saying, you know, why should I keep knocking? Maybe there's no door. Maybe it's just fake. Have you ever thought about there's no door and you keep, and sometimes people giving up because they spend all their life knocking at the same door.
Not seeing the other opportunities.
Keep moving.
Thank you so much. We continue and we are going slowly to 2020. That is our challenging year. So 2018 period of financial maybe restrictions or some things like when you have to organize it in a very smart way.
But this age, I had to learn my lessons, living alone in the United States, learning to become a producer, you know, I signed up for some college. I had to learn how to be a CEO, how to do everything by myself, making sure that other people, other businesses are working in the right way for my company. To own a company, it's a hard work.
Siuzanna, who is your favorite singer?
Who's my favorite singer? Oh, I have a few, of course. But my favorite, of course, Pavarotti.
You know, if you would ask me, and I'm not experienced like that, like you are, probably my answer would be the same. Siuzanna, tell me please, 2019, some kind of aspect of return of your old relationship. We don't talk about personal life. Maybe it's friends, maybe it's something. Does it relate? Is it true that people started to come back to you, appear in your life again? And do you let them do this? Or when you finish, you're done?
Usually, yes. When I finish, I'm done. Maybe it's not nice to be kind of very strict. I am picky who I'm choosing to be with me. I mean, my friends, people I work with, but I have to be selective.
And 2020, year that changed all of us, our attitude to life, attitude to ourselves, to our families, to our profession, to our crafts, to everything, to every second of life. Except technical revolution, what did this year teach you?
I was not prepared as anyone who prepared for 2020. But I think this year taught me the greatest experience now. For this year, I found time to meditate more, to listen my heart and understand what is next step I'm doing in my life.
Siuzanna, thank you so much for your fantastic energy, and I have really close and final question to you, because from your childhood, since your childhood, you're a dream creator, dream maker, dream achiever. Tell me please, what is your dream now?
When I came to United States in 2014, my dream was to be on opera stage. As always, I want to be. I sang a lot, I perform a lot, and now I feel it's time to start my own big show and make it live with a big tour next year.
Great.
I
really
have
would love to
everything for
visit.
that. I just need the last few steps to make it live.
In this studio we have special blessing today, sun eclipse, when wishes come true, and we have to manifestate what we really want in life, because internal sun, it open up lots of doors that I wish you, because you're really gifted, you're blessed, and you're here on this planet, you know, giving your energy, really taking care of the mother of lots of people. And I'm proud that you're from Ukraine. You never stop. So, as promised, always to all my celebrity guests, afterwards I send small astrological research how all my questions were created. They are based only on your individual horoscope. And I always, and as astrologist, I choose your mineral that can help you in life. So your friend mineral is onyx, that gives a lot of protection. I don't know if you love oases, if you love some mineral that you keep with you in your small bag, but it works very good for you according to your date of birth. And we spoke about your dream, and I really ask you if you could give some soul message, warm message for our followers, people who watch us.
My dear friends, I want to wish you never stop in your life. Keep dreaming. I know life can get difficult and life can bring you unexpected challenges, but keep dreaming, because you never know when the time will come, the doors will open for you, and you will feel yourself happy for what you're doing. And whatever you're doing in your life, just bring that happiness, inner happiness, to other people. Make other people happy, just being yourself.
Thank you so much. We have another small rule in our Stars About Stars project, Pass to SAS. So today you're celebrity guest in this studio, and whom do you manifestate to be the next one?
I have lots of friends. I have wonderful musicians from all over the world. But I probably will pick one beautiful and very talented lady, Julia Lima. She's an international opera singer. She's a pop singer, songwriter. I think she's gonna be a perfect fit in the studio.
Thank you so much, Siuzanna.
Thank you, Irina.
I really appreciate your time, your attention, your energy, and I wish you good luck for everything you imagine and dream in your life. Thank you so much, Siuzanna. Thank you. It's a small gift for you.
Thank you, Irina.
Thank you so much.